I lost 180 pounds, and during maintenance, some of the weight came back. This series documents losing 20 pounds realistically without panic, punishment, or starting over. Guys, it is such a beautiful day out here. Hang on, don't get sick on me. It is such a beautiful day. Oh my goodness. I did not eat anything extra last night after Bible study. Well, I did my, me and the dogs do the whipped cream. So I had that. But other than that, I don't know. We'll see what today holds. Tomorrow's going to be way different. We'll see how tomorrow goes. But when you got to drive for 4, it's 4 hours. We leave at 5 in the morning. It is technically a 3.5 hour drive, depending on traffic, so we leave at 5 in hopes of getting to the other side of St. Louis before 7. Because that's, traffic's building up because everybody's going into the city, or a lot of people are, and a lot of people are going out of the city, but either way. So we leave at 5 in hopes of being on the other side of St. Louis by 7. And then we drive to Jeff City. Like I said, ends up being about a 4-hour drive. And then we are in a 5-hour meeting because it's 10 to 3. 5-hour meeting. Depending, sometimes they let us out like 30 minutes early. If we can get out 30 minutes early, then we can usually make it back and on the other side of St. Louis before traffic. However, if they don't let us early, if we get out at 3, we stop and go on that whole 270. And anyway, one thing is, what I prefer to do is I fill up here. I've already filled up. And then when we get up to Jefferson's, actually we go to Kingdom City. They have like this perfect place. We pull over, go to the bathroom, probably for the 3rd time. And then I fill up my tank. So that way, we just have like a 20-minute drive left. So then whenever coming back, we don't have to stop and get gas. So, and usually I can drive for a few days on that. So, yeah. So that's my plan for tomorrow. But again, I am taking a lot of food tomorrow because, anyway, so all that to say, we have a 4 to 5 hour drive one way, then a 5-hour meeting, and then a 4 to 5 hour drive back. We usually don't leave at 5 and don't get home till somewhere between 7 and 8. So I can't take the dogs to daycare. Otherwise, they'll have to stay the night. And they're not open at 5. So in order for me to do it, I would have to take them today. They'd have to stay the night tonight. And then, so I'd have to pay for 2 nights. So it'd be like $150. And so I text the neighbors and I say, hey, the dog door is going to be open. So for the whole day. And, they're dogs. They can be obnoxious. And then I text my dog poop people and my lawn guy. I'm like, the dog door is open. I don't suggest you come by. So anyway, so I've already told them. So that's just what I do when we go to Jeff City to save me $150, $200. Just leave the dog door open. Tracking near record highs today. Yeah, we're supposed to be 89. So anyway, all right. I'm wearing a short sleeve shirt. It's a CPC shirt. That's my church CPC. And anyway, so yeah. And I got tennis shoes on, so we should be able to walk. All right. So I am drinking my regular coffee, the one I was doing in the morning. So this has it has some electrolytes. It has, let me go down the list. It has coffee, creatine, collagen, and electrolytes, and some milk. So, and water. That's what's in here. So I do like having that first thing in the morning because the creatine and stuff just gets my brain going better. So I don't know. That's how I feel anyway. So, all right. I will see you all next thing. What's up, Buttercup? We're in a different vehicle right now. So today is a beautiful, beautiful day. It's supposed to get up to 89. However, the wind is like, so if we go for a walk, like if you and I go for a walk, you ain't gonna be able to hear me. So what I figured is, one of the things I do here at work is we have a couple company cars at our building, and so we're supposed to run them. Hang on, I'm trying to line you up better. We're supposed to run them for about 15 minutes every week, and so that's what I'm doing. So we're in a different car today. So yeah, so I won't too bright. So yeah, so we aren't gonna take a walk today. But you know, it's funny. Told y'all yesterday I woke up, which understandably, you know, from the weekend, I was 182 on Monday morning, and then so I like data, like not in all things, but if I have the data, there's no disputing data. I can't argue with data. I can't argue with the numbers on the scale. What it tells me about my body has to come from up here. But knowing that, oh, hang on just a second. But knowing what the data tells me is, you know, what I have to have in my brain. So I knew that Saturday morning I was 177, and then our Sunday morning, and then I also knew that that I ate a lot of foods that were going to cause me to retain fluids. So then Monday morning, I wanted to know how much fluid I had retained. So that's why when it was 5 more pounds, I'm like, okay, but I knew that. So while sure, it's disheartening, you know, and we get on there, well, what's the point? Well, the point is every day that we do right is a day that's healthier for our body. So, you know, 2 steps forward, 1 step back, 2 steps forward, 1 step back, you know, that's kind of how you have to look at it. On the way down my first time, I was locked in, I was dedicated, everything was perfect. And I mean, I never ate with my family. The one thing I would eat with my family was ice cream cake. That was the only thing I would eat with my family. I didn't touch anything on the way down. And that was great. And it worked out. It was great the first time. Once you kind of get a taste of freedom through maintenance. Hang on, I'm going to crack this window over here. Once you get a little freedom of maintenance, things change a little bit. You know, and you're like, oh, but I don't want to go back to being that locked in. You know what I mean? So it's, your brain kind of changes and everything, and not in a good way. I'm not saying that's a good way. So, but the way I'm trying to think of it is, like I said, 2 steps forward, 1 step back. When I am locked in, you know, that's when I knew I was 176. But anyway, so this morning I got on the scale and I was 179. Oh, I wanted to see how it was before I went to the bathroom and after. It was like half a pound. So I lost 0.5 pounds going to the bathroom. That's number 1 and number 2. Anyway, because you know, sometimes you're like, gosh dog, I bet I lost 20 pounds. So I just wanted to know. Anyway, so yeah, so today we're locked in, and so yeah, so I'm down 3 pounds of water weight. Again, you have to use your brain. So yeah, you know, and sometimes some people, and sometimes for me even, when I was on my way down, I would get anxiety when I went from like 190 to 189. That threshold of dropping gave me such anxiety and made me want to go binge. I think a lot of that is because, you know, my heaviness was my fat suit of armor. In my brain, it was protecting me from the things that I was running from. And so in my brain, I felt like I was protected because I was big. And so anyway, so yeah, so that was my way of thinking. So anyway, so the scale can affect us in a bunch of different ways. You know, it can impact us if we have mental health issues with losing weight or mental health issues with gaining weight. You know, it can be a hindrance. But if when I changed my mind to, in my brain, to recognize that as data, just like the BMI scale is data. It doesn't mean it's good or bad. It's just something to compare with, because, you know, I don't want to go pay a couple $1,000 for some kind of scan that tells me how much my body is fat and how much my body is muscle. I don't care that much. So all I got's the scale, and that's all I can use. So anyway, but yeah, so we ain't going on a walk today. But I love y'all, and it's 11 o'clock. So, and I'm, like, as I'm sitting here, is my stomach growling? The answer is no. So I'm just gonna see what happens. So, you know, sometimes we're in the right headspace for something like that. Well, okay. Rarely am I in the headspace for something like that. So when I actually am, it's my chance to jump on it, because that's not something I've really ever experienced. So, yeah, I'm from the clean your plate generation. I was talking to Mom about that on the last evening, and I told her about it, and she said she was too. And so that's why she started taking half of her food off of her plate and taking off her plate immediately. So I might try that next week whenever I get my pork steak. Just cut it in half and put it in her to-go box. But then if I change my mind and decide I want to eat it, I can pull it right back out. So, all right, well, I'll see you later. Bye. We're back in Towanda. I needed to come vacuum her out because, Lord, there's a lot of fur back there. But you get free vacuums if you get a car wash. So that's where I'm at right now, the car wash. Working at the car wash. Working at the car wash, yeah. Working at the car wash. All right, I'll see you in a little bit. Hello, it's 12:30. And as I'm on this whatever maybe journey to try to figure out when I'm hungry, when I'm not, something I've kind of been researching, and what I need to also recognize is maybe my stomach isn't growling, but maybe my body is wanting some nutrition. So it is 12:37, and right now, hang on, I probably should have brought my bib. Right now, I'm feeling a little on the weak side. If that's kind of the only way I can explain it, a little weak and maybe a little grr in my head. So I'm going to go ahead and eat, and nothing good, bad, wrong, whatever. I'm going to eat. So I've got my 8 ounces. Ain't no seasoning on that. Definitely not taking my second bite that I usually take. I don't know what I was thinking. Yesterday, Terri was not good to today's Terri. I do have a couple meals built up in my refrigerator. So today I'm drinking a vanilla cola. Zevia. Soda made better. I like them. So, there's that. Hang on. I got some teeth that have just enough space between them. That meat gets stuck there. I asked my dentist one time about, I feel like my gums are going down a little bit. And he said, yeah, that's where that old saying, long in the tooth, comes from. I'm like, what? I love my dentist. You get so much I get great weird things. Anyway, he said, yeah, as a person ages, the gums recede. And so that's why long in the tooth means you have longer teeth, which means wiser and a more lived experience. Who knew? I'm telling you, I love my dentist. So, all right, I hear people working out here, and I'm going to eat that, and I'll catch up with you when I get home. Remember, I got to go early to bed tonight. Well, what do we have here? I have some you. That's what's here. So tonight, I've taken my evening meds, but not every night for me. For me, not for you. But for me, I have to take 2 Tylenol, like just plain old Tylenol. I have to take 2 500 milligram Tylenol, and then I take 5 milligrams of melatonin, and it seems to be doing the trick to help me get some sleep. Hang on, I got something on my toe here. Anyway, it seems to be helping me get some good rest. So I haven't taken that part yet. Just I don't remember what I take at bedtime. Anyway, so what do we have? Well, first off, I had 2 bites of my lunch left over. So I'm not going to cry about it. I actually added it to tomorrow's that I'm taking on my work trip. This is 8 ounces of 80-20 ground beef burger patty. Now, what I did was, still using the air fryer, I got this new little insert for it. And so I did it, and then I added water back to it. So this is my own homemade au jus. My own homemade au jus. So, because you know your girl wants that extra. If it says it's 8 ounces of 80-20, and if I'm going to be charged with 8 ounces of 80-20 and the fat, you bet your bippy I want that out of there. So that water, I put the water in the bottom and then just let it cook for a couple of minutes. Y'all, what I found though is that my ground beef, my burger patty, has to cook longer than than my steak. I don't know if it's a little thicker and I just don't realize it. I don't know, but I'm gonna bite. I don't even know who you people are right now. Oh my goodness. I just run down my chin. And when I'm all done, I'll drink the rest of that. You can bet your bippy. Chocolate malt. By the way, I'm sad. I made an order with with Keto Chow for some electrolytes. And I'll be dippity doo. I'll be danged. It said it was delivered, but it ain't out there yet. So I don't know if they gave it to the wrong house. Sometimes they'll mark it as being delivered like on Amazon, even whenever it's not delivered yet. So I'm going to have to wait and see. I'm just going to hold my horses. But we have a neighborhood. People are pretty good at saying, hey, did anybody get this or whatever. So that's my other thing that's coming. Yeah. A big old bag of chocolate malt. I think what I'll do is I'll take that and mix it with chocolate, and it'll be like a malted milk ball. I love those Whoppers. So that's all I know. That's all I got for you. I will not be able to record all my food tomorrow. I'll be driving and eating. I'll be, in the meeting and all kinds of stuff. I'll just show you whatever I can. Just know that I love you. Bye.